Hey guys, so the story is going to be very graphic, so if you cannot handle it, please do not watch. But this is a story of Sylvia Likens. Warning, viewer discretion is advised. Sylvia was born on January 3rd, 1949 in Lebanon. Sylvia as a teenager babysat, hang out with her friends, and did chores and small jobs. In the summer of 1965, Sylvia's parents, Lester and Betty Likens, traveling for concessionaires, left two of their children, Sylvia 16 and Jenny 15, as boarders in the home of Gertrude Benezuski, who was a divorced mother of 7 children. They continued to live as teenagers do, singing, skating, earning modest incomes during the summer breaks, and doing housework. The financial hardship of Sylvia's father continued, and payments to Gertrude for boarding began to wane. Gertrude became angry and began beating the children in the home across their buttocks. By August, the beating exceeded a dozen a week for benign issues like eating too much food. Soon Gertrude started focusing more on Sylvia. She was beaten and abused regularly after school and on weekends. She was deprived of food and later was restored to eating food out of the garbage can. Her sister and Gertrude became bitter at her appearance and having claimed to have a boyfriend. Sylvia was accused about spreading false rumors about Gertrude that were unfounded. The boyfriend of her sister also began to turn on Sylvia. By the end of the summer, Sylvia was being raped, verbally tormented, assaulted with objects, physically and sexually starved, beaten, burned, and forced to commit humiliating and heinous acts. Gertrude eventually forbid her from attending school and was held captive in the home. Her failed escape attempt, the abuse started to escalate, torture like burns followed by rubbing salt in wounds. Her neighbor reported to police that sometimes heard her scream or someone was asking for help. But in 1965, no one felt compelled to come forward. The notion of being it wasn't their business or place to intrude on someone else's household. One neighbor said that the scream stopped around 3:30 a.m. on the morning of October 26, 1965. Her teachers and other adults likely noticed the open sores, bruises, of early signs of abuse. The abuse was carried out not just by the caregiver, but also by her own children, some as young as 10, and other children in the neighborhood. Gertrude was frail and had underweight, but she had 2 weapons she used for corporal punishment: a fraternity-style paddle and a thick leather belt left by her ex-husband, John Benezuski, an Indianapolis police officer. Gertrude began using the paddle on Sylvia and Jenny for various offenses, such as exchanging soft drink bottles for change at a nearby grocery store. When she suspected Sylvia of stealing, she used matches to burn the girls' fingers. Sometimes Gertrude felt too weak for her asthma to discipline the girls properly, so the 17-year-old Paula helped. The children took turns practicing their judo on Sylvia, hurling her against the wall. Alrighty guys, follow me for part 2 of the Sylvia Likens story.